understand we done took them all on and gonna continue to take them all on.
Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life. Took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our food to put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cost. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, they'd rather link a chick tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaican, mistreated and I know why. I'm an Israelite, die from an Israelite. Blood of an Israelite, cry from an Israelite. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashua Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die from an Israelite. Blood of an Israelite, cry from an Israelite. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashua Allah to all my Israelites.
Kwam Yashua Allah, sons of the power. Rise from the ghetto and Satan want us devoured. The seal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. Want to be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approve and get in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim, homicide ain't the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms, never getting treatment. Something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long, it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite, practice better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. If your mind ain't there, then we don't dream alike. Reporting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die from an Israelite. Blood of an Israelite, cry from an Israelite. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashua Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die from an Israelite. Blood of an Israelite, cry from an Israelite. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashua Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure I'm election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the love they reflection, no matter what the complexion. We got a common connection, a part of God's hand selection. A shot at the resurrection, through us achieving perfection. But to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every fight. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strife. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. We owe a debt cause Christ paid the price. So who ready to give their life the life of an Israelite?
I'm an Israelite, die from an Israelite. Blood of an Israelite, cry from an Israelite. Cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashua Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die from an Israelite. Blood of an Israelite, cry from an Israelite. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashua Allah to all my Israelites.
Alright, let's go ahead and clap it up. You know what I'm saying? Alright, man, we are at Isupk, start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, where we are led by the commanding General Yohana, man. Tonight is Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? It's Brotherhood class, man. You know what I'm saying? Where we go into the scriptures, man, and prove the point that brotherhood is the most important or pivotal, weapon that we have as a nation, man. And tonight, we're going to talk about receiving counsel from wise men over all matters. So, if you tuned in yesterday, and Most High in Christ, and shout out to that brother, Officer Tazadak, he went into, not letting your demons get the best of you as it comes into this Passover season, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out one time for the Lord's 52nd annual Passover being held down here in Houston. You know what I'm saying? The water, you know what I'm saying, to the nation, you know what I'm saying, for allowing us to have this honor and this privilege, you know what I'm saying, to host the nation here in Houston. But you know, something that struck me with yesterday's class and what I wanted to touch on today is, you know, receiving counsel over just all the matters, man. Just anything that you can't seem to, you know, come to grips with yourself, or if you having trouble with, you know, receiving understanding over an issue or a matter, or if you have an issue within your home that you want to try to get settled and get things cleared up, man, it's best that you start and do these things now, man. Like, it's never too late to go and get counsel. You can always call, you know, for counsel, but what people have the habit of doing is, you know, leaning on to their own understanding and not receiving that counsel from wise men. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you know, we would rather get counsel from people that, if I could get a white cup with some ice on it, if I could, bottle shot, the water. You know, just go ahead and we'll go have random and frivolous conversations with people, you know what I'm saying, who really lack the understanding of what we go through here in the truth, man. So, first scripture I was wondering if you could get for me the book of Proverbs. Matter of fact, he has some on here, something to say. Okay, book of Proverbs, chapter 19 and 20. So whoever grabbed it first, I'll just take it from whoever grabbed it first. You got it, Isupk?
20,
19 and 20. Just let me get, because the thing is, man, you know, when you receive counsel, man, the counsel is given to you so that way you will come out stronger after you receive this, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we often, I mean, I'm pretty sure we've all done it, that you've had a conversation with your mom or your grandmother or, you know, somebody in the world, and then, you know, at the end of the damn conversation, it's like, shit, I didn't learn nothing. You didn't give me nothing viable. We just sat here and talked some stuff out. You told me pretty much how you felt. You know, they'll tell you how they felt, you'll talk about how you felt, and they'll give you some meaningless advice that, you know, at the end of it, you know, really didn't mean nothing. It must have it just went out. Bam.
Truth device is ready to pair.
Check. It just came on when you hit that power button. Check. Okay, there we go. You know what I'm saying? Like, they give you something meaningless. He said he didn't. You know what I'm saying? They give you some meaningless, you know, epithet that really at the latter of it, it didn't make you better. You didn't learn nothing from it. They didn't give you something, you know, of value at the end of it. Go ahead, give me that scripture you ever got.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 19, verse 20. Hear counsel, and receive instruction, that thou mayest be wise in thy latter end.
Man, it says, hear the counsel. So when you go and you ask for advice, you know, saying the objective is for you to actually pay attention to what's being said. It also says receive instruction. So when you're going to go get counsel or advice from somebody, they should be offering up some type of help, you know what I'm saying, to get you through whatever it is that you're dealing with. So, you know, especially the counsel here within the UPK, you know what I'm saying, we have amazing counselors, and Brotherhood Highway have a shot for those counselors, because not only will they hear the full extent of that matter, and they expect for you to hear them out, they also give you instruction on how to better, you know, they also give you instruction on how to better that situation, or how to help you alleviate that situation, you know what I'm saying? Go on, now, read.
Verse 21. There are many devices in a man's heart, Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, that shall stand.
Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, that shall stand. The men in the ISUPK, these are men, of the Most High. So whatever they say, if a brother tell you, man, at the end of this, when you get through doing these steps that I've given you, this is what's going to be the outcome. That's going to stand because you're receiving counsel from priests and prophets. You're receiving counsel from the Lord, and it's going to stand because you're receiving counsel from a man that fears the Most High. In that, it says the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Most High. That's why you're going to be wise at the latter end of the counsel, because the man is going to give you instruction based off not only just the law, but the wisdom that he's gathered through following the law. You know what I'm saying? Yes,
Salaki, if I may. And that counsel that you receive sometimes, it may not be to your liking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It may not be something to where you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? A problem that our people have now is relying on comments and opinions that are posted on their page.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they crowd, well, I won't say crowd, but a lot of people post their feelings or what they're going through on these social media platforms, and then they sit back and wait for people to, you know what I'm saying, chime in and give their opinion or give them their counsel on what to do or how to feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, it's some unrighteous counsel. It's just something that want to make you feel good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just say, for instance, like, I'm just like something real vague. You know, when a woman posts, "Oh, I'm having a bad day," and then you got some thirsty dude on there putting some bull cone on there, not giving no true guidance. Oh, it's gonna be okay, baby girl. Just pray to the Lord. Come on, you know your situation is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she just said she probably could have had a bad day because she bumped her toe when she got out of bed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you're trying to, you know what I'm saying, pour on some extra sauce, like just, trying to win her over. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people like to capitalize on people's vulnerability.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I got so far.
And what you're saying is so heavy because that's why you should only seek counsel from a certain type of person. Because of that when you're in a vulnerable state of mind, you're susceptible and easier to listen. That when someone comes to you with snake oil, or smooth words, it makes it easier for you to be, inclined to hear what they have to say because of the status that you're in. So like, we're going to use Passover since this has been the theme of many of the classes that's been going around. And okay, you want to get the Passover, but you don't have the money to get here, and then you go and you talk to your mother that might be in the world. Now, when you go to her and say, I don't have the money to go to Passover, she's going to tell you, well, you don't need to be going to that Passover no way. You don't need to be in that no way. Going down to Texas. What you don't know nobody in Houston. You don't know nobody down there. Just stay at home, and it's okay. You save you some money. And you go and because you're in that status of vulnerability, it's like, well, damn, I really don't got the money to go. I mean, she is right though, But instead, you should have called your camp leader and say, look, I don't have the funds to get there, but you should have did this. Even if it's short on the time, you're going to receive a judgment based off the way that you went to deal with yourself or your situation. But when dealing with that man of the Lord, he's going to give you some viable options for you. He's going to. Because at the end of it, it said that you'll be wiser in the latter. So if the judgment is that, hey, this time you probably can't make it because you did wrong. You didn't do right. You're going to be wiser in the latter because next year you'll prepare for Passover to either be in New York, Texas, Cali, wherever the Lord decides for Passover to be at the next time, you'll know to have your stuff together to get there. That's just using one example of receiving that wisdom from that man of the Lord. And in your vulnerability, depending on where you go to, you can catch some wise words, you can catch some snake oil real quick. And you got to watch out for that, man. you want to watch out for who you get these words from. Let me get the book of. Let me get the book of Proverbs again, man. Chapter 3 and verse 13. You know what I'm saying? All right, there. You got that for me?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom.
Man, happy is the man that findeth wisdom, man. Like a lot of times, you know, when you go and you go get that counsel and you have to get you in. See, the thing is, man, we'll go get advice from anybody. But when you come into the UPK, sometimes your demons will keep you from that counsel. But boy, as soon as you get the counsel, and it may not even be, like you say, it may not be the most softening thing to have heard in the day. But the thing is once you catch that wisdom out of that counsel that was given, that takes all the weight off your shoulders. Right. It takes away all of the feeling because it's like, damn, well, that's all I gotta do to alleviate this issue. I mean, it sounds like it's gonna be tough, but as long as this is over with, man, I don't give a damn. I'm willing to do it. Because this man, and sometimes the counselors here, they have to call you back. Because they have to go get some counseling on it. When they get back to you with that wisdom, the situation be clear cut and done. And all you got to do is follow the steps and get the instruction. And it's going to make you happier at the latter end. Read on.
And the man that getteth understanding.
Especially when you have issues that you don't understand, and they go ahead, they break it down, they let you know what's really going on, and you say, well, damn, I never thought about it like that. Now I actually understand. Now I know how to move. Now I know how to walk. Damn. You're going to be happy when you see, like a lot of times, what we did, and the reason why we so frustrated as a nation of people, one, there is no man of wisdom in the community anymore. There's not a man that's out telling people right from wrong and how to move and what to do and what not to do. There's nobody out there with understanding. So we at a status of confusion. So people that's confused, when you don't know how to deal with confusion, it makes you angry. That's why we got a lot of anger in the black community, in the Hispanic community, because we're so confused. We don't understand the oppression that we're going through. We don't understand why the world is the way that it is. But we don't have those men amongst you where you can go and find wisdom, where you can go and find understanding. Most High in Christ for the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, because we bring the truth to you so you don't have to go search for it. It's on your Google machine. It's on your phone. Right. All thing you got to do is pick up when the notification ding. Or you can go watch old classes when they done. But you can find the wisdom and you can get the understanding of the things that are made foolish. You know what I'm saying? To this world. But when it comes to, you know, a man that walks after the Lord, everything is made possible. Everything is made known to that man. That's right. You someone like that?
Yeah. Just think about the magnitude of the happiness that you receive of following the wisdom of righteous counsel. You know what I'm saying? Or even the law, statutes, and commandments. Just think about it like this is for my people that, you know, that's been in college or even high school. Right? You know what I'm saying? Your freshman year in college, you know what I'm saying? You're around all these buildings. You don't know where to go to, for registration. You don't know where to go for financial aid. You don't know where to go to find your room, your food, or nothing. Right? Until somebody that comes along and guides you in the right places. Right? Somebody tell you, well, okay, well, first you go to the financial aid office and you talk to this person, you fill this paperwork out, you fill that paperwork out. Then you go to registration to make sure blah blah this and blah blah, and make sure your classes are in line. And then that's when you go follow up on your meal plan. And then that's when you go follow. This is who you talk to go talk about your housing. The weight off your shoulders once you learn that just little bit of wisdom is you know what I'm saying, very good. You know what I'm saying, because now you feel like, okay, I'm in college now, I can rest. Because you know, in high school, you know, you didn't have to worry about too much. You just went to one office, and Miss Sally gonna take care of everything. She got your classes. She got a map to tell you wherever to go. Right. When you go to the step up and you go to college, nobody know what you it's thousands of people on this campus. So you're gonna have to walk around and ask. and seek counsel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Seek somebody that you know that look like they have been through the same thing that you've been through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you get to that point, you're happy because you know how to handle it now. So your next year in college, you know what I'm saying? You know what to do.
Right.
And then you'll find somebody that was in your position, you know what I'm saying, the year before, and you can help guide them. You know what I'm saying? That's what this school is about.
Good night.
You know what I'm saying? We find brothers and sisters that really that the Lord wants, but we just help them guide it in the right way. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody can't fight the same demons. You know what I'm saying? In the same way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got brothers and sisters that know how to guide you in getting off of drugs.
Right.
You know, we got sisters, you know what I'm saying, that can guide you on stop being whores.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Murderers. Like we have righteous counsel. That's what this brother is talking about in this lesson.
Give me verse 14, man, if I could.
Come, verse 14. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver.
For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver. What that's saying is that what you get from counseling is better than what you can buy with raw silver. It's better. It's your life. Like he said, coming off the drugs. Forgiving your parents for putting you in a destitute place. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be willing to come and get the counsel. You gotta be willing to put yourself in a vulnerable position with wise men or men that you have to prove. Because scriptures say, man, don't make haste to prove a friend. Don't do it. Like you can't call somebody a friend quickly. It's something that you have to take time and you have to witness and you have to see. Well, our fruit, the fruit of this tree, of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, has been proven time and time again. We continuously do this. I was just watching a class from General Hyman, you know what I'm saying, a little bit earlier, and he said, you know, we've been tested. We've already been proven. We show this. The Spirit of the Lord, we go uncontested because no one can contest with the Spirit of the Lord.
That's right.
We're a school that cannot be contested. The things that we do, the things that we say, is so ocular to popular belief or popular, vision that when we begin to speak, you think that we speak in a vanity, but we're really not. We're really telling you the truth. That there's only one home of the truth. The Lord only exists in the ISUPK. We're the ones that have the Spirit of the Lord. We're the ones that can save black people. We raise up strong black men that raise up strong households. We do this. We get the people off the drugs, and they remain off the drugs. We teach a weak brother that he can be strong too.
That's right.
These other places will let you stay in your weakness and give you bad advice. They'll tell you that we wicked, but then they have the scandals. They have the women dying in their group. They got the bottle service girls half naked. They do that. But what do? We have our Passover on B&H Ranch on 14149 York Street. Ain't no bottle girls. It's brothers and sisters dressed in righteousness. That's what we do. That's what this house does.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? This ain't a place, and the thing is, you know, like I say, I want to keep on bringing it back to Passover because, you know, a lot of these demons and a lot of these things are going to be going on in people's regular lives, man. And you want to be wary about the counsel that you receive, about who you talk to, about what you have going on. You want to be wary about that. You want to watch that. You want to make sure that if you got a camp leader in your zone, you address your camp leader or you know, men that's above your rank whenever you got something that you're dealing with, man. So that way you don't fall victim to that Passover demon, man. You ain't got an outfit for Passover, call somebody. You ain't got a garment or something, call, see if somebody got something they can pass down so you can look fly too. Don't just sit down in your ignorance and your pride because you don't want to ask. Man, I seen a brother post something about taking the stigma off counsel. Everybody think counsel has a bad connotation to it, but counsel is just the opposite. It is damn priceless because it is better than the purchase or the merchandise of silver. Read on.
Come. And the gain thereof and fine gold.
And the gain thereof, what you gain after counsel, is better than fine gold. To alleviate the stress off your mind, off your back. Don't you know stress kills? And to sit up in a place where you have hundreds of able-bodied counselors, and to not call and get counsel, you literally have to be a fool. You literally have to want to just attempt to deal with your demons on your own. You have to literally be able. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, if you're strong enough to deal with your stuff yourself, ain't nobody gonna check on you. You know what I'm saying? If you just want to do it on your own, go for it. Shoot. But use these men of the Lord for their purpose. That's the purpose. And so that way you'll be better at the end of the counsel. You'll be better at the end of whatever situation you're dealing with. Why the hell would you go through a situation alone knowing that you can battle that demon with a captain of 10,000, a captain of 13,000, a 6-shield general, a 12-shield general? Why would you sit there and do that? Like I said in my last class, your demons know you. They know how weak you are sometimes. And because you're embarrassed about dealing with your situation and getting help, when you don't want to talk about your situation because you're doing something wrong. And it's not calling on the man of the Lord to assist you. That's what you're doing wrong. Trying to deal with things on your own. Matter of fact, let me get bring me down to 15 if you
Come, verse 15. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things that canst desire are not to be compared unto her.
All the things that you'll desire from the wisdom that you'll gain can't be compared to it, man. It's nothing like it, man. It's nothing like it, man. You can't compare anything that you can buy, or anything you can purchase, anything that you can see as value to the wisdom that you can receive, man, from a man of the Lord, man. To the understanding that you'll receive from a man of the Lord, man. It's uncomparable. You can't compare it to anything, man. And that's why you should do this in all facets of your life. If you ever hit a stumbling block, if you ever hit something to where you can't decipher it on your own, calling it counsel. If there's anything that you're going through that you can't understand and you can't seem to figure it out by yourself, call and get counsel, man. Call and get counsel, man. Let me get the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6. And verse, let me get here, chapter 6 and verse 5, man.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus out of the Apocrypha, chapter 6, verse 5. Sweet language will multiply friends.
See, here's the thing, man. Counsel that you're going to receive in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, not all the time is it going to be sweet words. Right. That counsel will, a lot of times, most times, that counsel is going to be something rough. And it ain't because your Adawan don't love you. Hell, sometimes, a man can counsel his wife and tell us something just as rough as all get out. Because sometimes you have to hear that. You have to. You know what I'm saying? But when people, and that's why I say when you got to be wary about the people you talk to, and like he was saying, like my to my left said earlier, that people will tell you good, smooth things and good things to gain you. They see you in your vulnerability, and the first thing that they looking to do, like I always say, you know, a man will always be able to motherfucking entrance a sad woman. Or that's when the woman is more susceptible to step out on her husband, because she gonna go talk to Tyrone, because Tyrone tell her that she beautiful and that she don't deserve to be talked to like that. And how dare he, you know, make you wash dishes and you tired? How dare he? He'll tell her everything sweet, everything good to try to gain the sister. Or you know, you have those, you know, those people in your family, you know, after you've been checked in the school, and you go talk about it, they tell, oh man, they shouldn't be talking to you like that. Nobody should be doing you like that. They just want to tell you what to do. They just want to tell you about your life. Well, you come on over here, and we ain't gonna tell you what to do with your life. But when it's time for Christmas, you know, you can't. We always save you a plate, baby.
Right.
Yeah, them sweet words will multiply friends. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that. But it's that rough thing, man. It's that hard thing, that tough pill to swallow, man. That when somebody gives you that, and they do it out of love, and you know that they love you, that's the nigga. That's the brother that you should be looking toward, you know what I'm saying, for counsel or for some honesty. Because that's what people are really seeking when you're going for counsel, or when your intention is to go get advice or clarity on something. I'm not looking to be made felt good. That's never the intention when you go look for advice. Like, some people do that, but that's a child. That's a childlike thinking when you want, you know, somebody to tell you something good. It's the rough things sometimes. Like I say, the truth hurts. We all know that the truth hurts. And when you go in to go get counsel and advice, what you should be looking for, your expectation, is the truth. Something that's going to make you, yeah, you're right though. And when you can do that during the counsel, then you know you surely stepped upon somebody who's trying to give you wisdom, man.
Right.
We got some more, man.
Like, if I may, I had a lesbian sister tell me that's how she turned out straight women. Sweet words, you know, in their vulnerability. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Christian pastor keep wooing your wife into leaving you.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? That's how they keep you coming to that church and sowing seeds, man. Sweet words.
Damn.
But I'm gonna keep reading.
I mean, if I could, let me, God damn. She told you that?
Right.
I mean, look, and here's the thing. And she couldn't have been lying, because what they do is that they look for heartbroken women.
Right.
When you see a woman with an old bull dagger butch, she was only able to talk to her and game the sister up because her man cheated on her, or he yelled at her. And she told her, I'm not gonna yell at you. You know what you need is somebody who's sensitive. See, that's the thing. When a sister needs to understand that your man might not be the sweetest thing that you've ever known every day of your life. That your man is a man. And when it's time for him to assert himself as the man of the home, he's going to do it, and it will not be something nice. And even that same butch down dyke, she's going to do the same thing to establish her authority within the relationship. The difference is that y'all both know y'all women. And at the end of the day, because of our sisters being warlike, hell, this broad can get it too. And that's the way our sisters walk around. And that's why we have so much domestic abuse within homosexual relationships, because they understand that the odds are even between same-sex relations. And it's not a man versus a woman. It's two women against, it's a woman against a woman, or a man against a man. It's just that simple. It's just that simple, man. Go ahead.
Come. And a fair-speaking tongue will increase kind greetings.
And a fair-speaking tongue will increase kind greetings. So everybody wants to, hear that nice thing. And after you say that nice thing and you've been soothe-spoken, people are okay with that. In this day and age, people would rather hear the kind thing than to hear the thing that makes them hurt. Sometimes you have to feel that hurt to know that you've done something wrong. You have to. It's necessary. But when you go get counsel in all things, it's going to be normal for you to hear, hey, it's kind of an ass, man. You was wrong when you said that or when you did that. You didn't handle that situation wisely. You're a bit of a dumbass. It's okay to hear that from time to time, because then it'll make you wiser in the latter when you begin to make decisions. But when you begin to, wake up and you think about eating food, and you'll meditate on these things. Matter of fact, give me verse 6, man. Give me verse 6.
Verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
Be in peace with many. Nevertheless, have but one counselor of 1,000.
Be in peace with many. Nevertheless, have but one counselor of 1,000. Now I know that seems strange. Just say be nice, so you can have conversation with everybody. And it's cool. Not telling you, you can't talk to people and find out things that you have in common with folks. But when it comes to your counseling or matters that you have at hand, be mindful. It's not just saying, 1, 2, 3, 4, 99, you. No, it's not saying that. It's saying be mindful about who you deal with the matters about your life. Be mindful. It's not saying only because, hell, on most occasions, the average person may not actually know more than 1,000 people and have relationships with them. That's the average person. You might have 1,000 Facebook friends, but you don't talk to all of them. And it's not saying you choose one out of them to be your counselor. Just be mindful about who you let handle the matters of your life. I will never forget this class General had. He said, "Look, just let me tell you what to do. A lot of y'all make these bad decisions. Let me run your life. I'll tell you what to eat. I'll tell you when to sleep. I'll tell you what to wear. I'll tell you who to marry. I'll tell you that you don't need to marry. Let me do this for you because you don't know. And when you don't know, it's just better to find a man that has understanding. Find a man with wisdom. And that's who you begin to impart all the details of your life to. And he will help you figure these things out. That's how it gets done. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I want to keep stressing it back to pass. So that if you have not got your room, your board, your transportation, these things down, please contact your camp leader. We got, what's today's date? It's the 6th. What we got? 3 weeks? 3 weeks? You got 3 weeks, man. Get you some counsel and figure it out. Let the man of the Lord tell you what to do at this point if you have not figured it out yourself. Shalom. Let me get, I think it's some more on that script. Let me get some more on that. Let me get verse 7.
Come, verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him.
Here's the thing, man. That in this day and age, man, everybody's a friend. Facebook has numbed the term friend down to accepting somebody who clicked the button.
Right.
And then you get on there, you're talking about your life, and just anybody can get on that post and, soothe you, tell you how you was wrong, and all this other nonsense and bull crap. But we don't take the time to prove friends anymore. That's why a lot of people nowadays don't have them. Because you've never known how to choose friends. Your friends who you feel like you had from high school are not your friends no more. You've changed your group of friends about what? They say the average person changes their group of friends about maybe 3 or 4 times throughout their life, that you don't deal with the same people for too long, and then some people, you know, there might be that select few people that you might keep a hold to, but it's for minuscule reasons. Then it's reasons that don't even matter. Why are these people your friend? But you have proved them after so long, you know, hell, if you've been dealing with the same people for 20 years, I mean, they better be them prove themselves to be a friend. But there's ways to prove friends, man. When you down and you out, you need somebody the most, you know, who's gonna tell you that thing that hurts you in order for you to be better? That's a way to prove a friend. Who's that friend that'll tell you, hell no, I'm not gonna help you out this time because you need to suffer this time? That's a friend. That's a friend that'll literally tell you, I'm always there for you. This time I can't do it because you'll never learn. That's a friend. That's a real friend. You have people that, you know, this is how girls get tricked into being, you know, in relationships with men because they want a sugar daddy. And he don't never say no, but you don't never say no either because you don't have any boundaries either. But when you need and he gives and he needs, you give. But that's you gotta watch. That's not proving anybody. It takes hardships to prove somebody. It's like I was brought out yesterday, men in the UPK are tried as gold is tried in the furnace. Sometimes your friends will be the gas to the furnace to see what type of friend you are. Hey, stop. Move over there. Go sit over there in that seat by yourself. No, I said over there. In that seat, right there. Turn around. Right there. Sit right there. Sit by yourself. Thank you, son. I appreciate you. Salaki. You know what I'm saying? Give me the book of Psalms. Chapter 1, verse 1, man. And with this proving of friends, man, people will tell you anything, man. People will tell you just about anything that pops into their head at that time. And know it can be wrong. It can be dead ass wrong. It can be dead wrong. But the thing is you have certain people that just like to hear themselves speak. And they feel, you know, they feel empowered by giving out, like this dude, what's his name? What's the cat name? They've been clowning him on the internet about his wife. The brother that was giving that advice and then he went up and got something. Yeah, Derek Johnson. There you go. Then when it ended up getting it ended up having him a side piece, and he telling women that they don't need their man. You know what I'm saying? When they go get side pieces. But then you set up there, and then you attempt to use the scriptures in the Bible to substantiate your hypocritical nature. You're a full-on hypocrite, and you try to demean brothers that go out and have side women and don't tell their wife, and you got caught just like they get caught. But see, now we don't tell brothers that here in the UPK. We tell the brother, hey, look. You want you some side? You want you some side? Go get it. Be honest with your wife about it. Let her know you ain't leaving her, and you ain't leaving her either. And all y'all gonna be a family. We a family together. It's just what it is. So we don't tell people things because it's the good thing to say, because we want your donation. Goddamn your donation. We take care of each other in here. We tell you what the scriptures say, man. So when you receive counsel from being in the UPK, it's from a man of the Lord. It's from somebody who understands the scriptures, understand what type of life you live in. As long as you're honest about the situations you're dealing with, he can give you the honest counsel of the Lord. But if you lie about your situations or you're not forthcoming with the information to help yourself, the man can't honestly help you because you haven't honestly displayed the entire matter. That's how you get out of telling people things that sound good and people telling you things that sound good right back. That's just it. Got that from me?
Come. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 1, verse 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. So if you find yourself here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, I pray you dare not ask for advice from somebody outside the school unless someone in the school told you to ask this person outside the school for the advice. Because at that point, I'm only taking advice from the man of the Lord, and he told me to talk to you. That's the only reason why I'm even talking to you. Because if he didn't say do it, I ain't doing it. That's just it. That's just period. Say, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. Receive counsel from somebody who can't stop eating pork. Because you're going to tell me something to try to make me feel good. Because all you do is do things that make you feel good. Read.
Come, nor standeth in the way of sinners.
Nor standeth in the way of sinners. Don't stand where sinners stand. Don't stand in the way of a sinner, man. Let them live their life that they want to live. And you try to avoid them and the things that they do at all costs, man. It's just that simple. It's plain. It's flat. It don't get no different. Don't get no better than that, man. No counsel from the ungodly, and try not to go the ways of the sinners, man. Read.
Come, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful.
Nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. Somebody that's always, against the scriptures. Somebody that hates the life that you live. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who always got something to say. Oh, you must be a Muslim. Oh, that's that cult. It's nothing that you can say that can assist me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to do everything opposite of you. We have two different spirits. We bred different. And this might be your brother, your sister, your mother, your grandmother, somebody who you've been all your life. There's things that you should entrust with them, and there's things that you just don't hand over to them, especially when it comes to detailed matters of your life, man. You don't give them that type of power in your life. Because they're either gonna tell you, one is gonna be either against the scriptures, or two, it's going to be, something against the school that you've made important in your life. You know what I'm saying? And the school is a part of the scriptures. Read.
Verse 2. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doeth he meditate day and night.
But your delight is in the law of the Lord, and you meditate on this day and night. And so should that be of the man who you go and you receive counsel from. You go and you receive counsel from somebody whose delight is in the law of the Lord, man, and that meditates on these scriptures day and night. Because what you'll find is that the counsel that he's going to give to you is one, it's according to the law, and it's all brotherhood, and it's all love when he displays the counsel. It's only for your betterment, man. That's what the law is for. And being a brother is to make your next brother better than you, or just as good. You know what I'm saying? We got some more on that? No, I think that's it. Let me get the book of Proverbs, chapter 12 and verse 15. You got that? Go ahead. You got it? Go ahead. You got it there? Go ahead, man.
The way of a fool is right in his own.
Make sure your mic on.
Mic on? It's on. Okay, go ahead. It's a lot.
The way of
Nice and loud for me, brother.
the way of a fool is right in his own eyes.
See, the way of a fool is right in his own eyes, man. Like, you have people that believe that smoking weed is okay. You got people that believe that pork is a viable, sustenance of meat. And it's okay to eat that. They believe shrimp is a delicacy. They see nothing wrong with going to the strip club and looking at other man's wives. That's fine to them. And it's right in their eyes to live that way. It's right. But the thing is, man, is if you understand that the wages of sin is death, then you know that was all wrong. You know that there's a way that seemeth right to a man, but that way leads unto death. Paraphrase. They know that if they read the scriptures. But we all think that life is only lived once. That's how we feel. Go ahead, read on out.
But he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise.
But he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise, man. When you listen to your counsel and you don't lean onto your own understanding, you'll be counted as wise. Why is that wise? Because you listen to a man that feared God. And that brother that feared God is going to base the decisions that he makes toward your life off of the fear of the Most High. And the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Most High. There you go. It's just that plain. It's just that simple. But when you live in your life based off of what makes you feel good, or you know what gratification you get from everything that you do, then you're gonna be bound to lean onto your own understanding that life will be about, serving yourself and not serving the Most High. Go ahead.
Listening to righteous counsel keeps you from dying, keeps you from getting killed, keeps you from losing your husband or your wife.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It keeps you from getting venereal diseases, all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It keeps you from, you know what I'm saying, shame.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps your job. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, you get killed for messing with somebody else's wife.
Right.
After somebody done told you, nah, that sister's married, man. Just leave her alone. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you still go and pursue her? Hey, man. That man catch you with his wife and he down you. You've been told. You've been warned. The wrath of a jealous husband is justified. You know what I'm saying? Listen to that righteous counsel keeps you from going to jail.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, you don't need that Xbox that bad. You don't need them shoes that bad, man. Don't go out robbing, man. You don't need that bad. You can work 1 more month, two more weeks, and save your money and get it, man. Don't go out and do nothing stupid. Then you go out and do something stupid. Now you locked up.
Right. Good night, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Let me see. Was there some more on that day?
You want to go to 16?
Nah. Give me the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, and verse 7.
Proverbs chapter 14, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Go from the
Presence.
Matter of fact, give me 6. Verse 6. Mm-hmm.
a scorner seeketh wisdom and findeth it not.
See, a scorner, if you're a scornful person, you'll seek wisdom and you'll find it not. That's why a lot of places, that's why you won't find much wisdom outside of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. There's a lot of scorners round about this house. And that's why they have so many pitfalls. That's why they never find a peaceful or a safe haven, because there's no wisdom and there's no understanding amongst those communities. Not in the Christian church, not in the Muslim mosque. There is no wisdom, there is no understanding in the places. It's just a bunch of folly. It's a bunch of foolishness. That's why those places are filled with death. It's filled with a lot of hate. It's filled with a lot of turmoil. But here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we seem to have a seed of peace. But there's an understanding of how, this thing is done. Because we go based off the law. We go based off the understanding that we have a leader, and then up under that leader, we have men that wish to serve Christ like he does. So therefore, you know, we serve one another and love one another like Christ loved, you know, church. That's what we do. We understand that. Outside of here, there is no wisdom being found. There is nothing, you know, solid, you know, for anybody to rest upon and receive rest in. It just doesn't exist, man. Read.
And find it not. But knowledge is easy unto him that understandeth.
But knowledge is easy to him that's understanding. That's why this Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge make this stuff look easy. It's hard, but this is easy. To understand the life, to understand counsel, the message behind counsel, how to give counsel, you know, righteous counsel, and respond and react righteously to situations, you know, and avenues and things that people go through. It's easy when you understand, but they don't understand these scriptures. That's why so much turmoil in every other facet. You can walk into any other group, organization, church, what have you, and as soon as you sit there for just give it a week, give it a few days, hell, give it a day if you get in real good and you get to talking to the people that talk. You'll begin to find out the nasty secrets that go on in these other organizations. Because they will be shown. This will happen. It'll just come out. You know what I'm saying? Or the hate that people have for one another in there. It's because they don't receive counsel. Not righteous counsel. Read on.
Chapter 7. Go from the presence of a foolish man.
Mm-hmm.
When thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge.
Go from the presence of a foolish man when thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge, man. Say go away from foolish people, man. When you see that they don't have no knowledge in them, get far away from them. Because when you go and you begin to ask questions or you're trying to gain understanding, they don't have anything to give you. They don't have anything to give you. There's no sustenance behind the things that they're saying. It's just either, you know, because it sounds good, or because, you know what, they really just want to go ahead and end this conversation with you because they don't have nothing to give you. Like, you know, you'll notice these type of people. You'll know when somebody doesn't know something. You'll know when they don't know how to help you. Because at the end of that conversation, like the scripture I read earlier, at the latter, you'll be better. You'll be wiser. You're going to have a conversation with somebody and it doesn't give you any fruit. Not only did you waste time, but hell, your problem didn't get solved. Read on.
Chapter 8. The wisdom of the
It's verse 8. Verse 8.
Verse 8. The wisdom of the prudent is to understand his way.
Mm-hmm.
But the folly of fools is
folly.
Mm-hmm. But the folly of fools is deceit.
Is deceit. So what that scripture is saying is that, you know, the wisdom of the prudent, that's somebody who's proud in his own way. He's only to understand himself. He only gives a damn about himself, man. So when you find you somebody who's selfish, he's only going to give you understanding and wisdom based off of what he believes the situation is, how he perceives that this can be, you know, managed. And he's going to tell you things that only pertain to himself. And then for the fool, it says the folly of the fool is deceit, that the downfall to fools is that they're trying to be deceiving. They want to deceive you that they're actually modest counselors, that they actually know what the hell they're talking about. And in their deceit, that's where they fail. You got a precept or something? You know what I'm saying? Drop that and give me, matter of fact, yeah, give me verse 12. Skip me down to verse 12.
Chapter 14.
Uh-huh.
Verse 12. there is a way which seemeth right unto a man.
And there's a way that just seems right to him. And I said this earlier, man, paraphrase. There's a way that just seems right. And you gotta watch, and that's why I say when it comes to receiving counsel from men of the Lord, to receiving counsel from people outside the truth. Like for sisters, man, why would you ever get counsel from a sister that does not have a man? If she's going to give you counsel, and at the end of the counsel that she's going to give you, you're going to end up without a man. Brothers, why would you ever get counsel from a dope dealer? There's nothing that he can tell you unless he tells you that every step of his life he was abandoned as a child, and you know what, selling drugs, he only did it to lay waste to his community. It didn't matter about the food that went to his belly or the food he provided for his kids. If he's not telling you those things, his way seems right to him, and it's nothing that he can tell you, man. It's nothing. But these priests and prophets in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, when they tell you something, these are men that have changed themselves. Right. These are men that saw destruction, saw oppression, and then turned an about face and began to want to cure that same oppression that they once dealt. That they began to want to cure the same sicknesses that they would, you know, unleash into the community. That they want to cure that now, instead of, you know, continuing to pour that out into the community. Like a lot of this, man, we don't go off the way that how we feel. We go off these scriptures. So when a man begins to speak to you here, it's based off the scriptures. It's not based off of himself. He's not leaning against his own understanding. He's leaning against the scriptures with the counsel. But read on out.
But the end thereof are ways of death.
But the end thereof are the ways of death. So when you lean on your own understanding, or you begin to speak with people that lean on their own understanding and follow after their counsel, the end thereof is death. Like I say, with that sister that gets that counsel from that sister that don't have no man, you lose your man, you lose your life. You know what I'm saying? At the end of it. You lose what made you happy at the end of it. That's what happens. They don't have anything fruitful to tell you. You got something?
Con, give me 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 12.
1 Thessalonians 5 and 12. It's the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 12. And we beseech you, brethren, to know them which labor among you.
All right, so you have, like, the people that you seek counsel from, you have to know them. Right. You have to know the brothers and sisters that labor among them. Like the brother been saying, all class. Like if you know this person is single, why is you seeking relationship counsel from this person? You know what I'm saying? Or if you know this person is broke, why is you getting counsel from his brother about a get rich scheme? You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing when it comes to these scriptures. Like, I know this brother next to me is not going to lead me astray. I know he follows the law, statutes, and commandments. So if I needed, before I go to, if I just needed something, if I just needed his advice on something, I know I can go to him and he's going to give me righteous counsel. I know the men above me are going to give me righteous counsel. Because I know the men that labor among me. Right. You know what I'm saying? Here in the Isupk, we are one body. We are one spirit. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
And are over you in the Lord. And admonish you.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, the people that are over us. You know what I'm saying? The captains and the generals. And the officers are 1,000, 5,000 captains. You know what I'm saying? Like they are our counsel. Right. You know what I'm saying? We know that they follow the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So the counsel they get from the generals, you know what I'm saying? The counsel that they give me, I know it either came from the captains or the generals. Right. And it's the same counsel, the same righteous counsel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The people that admonish you, the people that warn you about things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they are for your if you know if will they labor among you, if you know that, you know what I'm saying, you know what path you're gonna be led to.
Right.
Either death or life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I got.
And what the brother's saying is so heavy, you know what I'm saying? What the brother's saying is so heavy, man, because that's what the counsel is set up for. Because now, if you want to come out of it greater than what you started into a situation, the counsel that you're going to receive from men of the Lord is going to lead you to life. But now, like I just read, that when you intermingle with fools or people that do not lead the life that you live according to the law, that the only thing that they can give you is death. It may sound good. It may work out for a moment. But their counsel is not leaning toward the scripture. It's not the wisdom of the Lord. It's the wisdom of this world. And you have to ask yourself, what is better? The wisdom of the earth or the wisdom of the Lord that comes from the scriptures? Which one is going to be better for your life? Which one is going to have the better outcome for you in the end? Now you can say, hey, well, you know what? I made $1 million. But the scriptures say, he that what findeth his life shall lose it. They're saying, what good is it for a man to gain the world and lose his soul? What good is that? It's no good. Because if in the end it's death, what did you accomplish? Okay, you made $1 million, but you lost the love of the Lord. That's no purpose at all. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch where you get counsel from. Most importantly, get counsel, but watch where you get counsel from. Let me get the book of Ecclesiastes. Unless you got another scripture you want to pull.
Con, I do. Give me Proverbs chapter 15, verse 10, if you don't have that.
Proverbs 15 and 10. I mean, I got it. It's cool.
No, it's in your list.
It is right here. No. Proverbs 15, verse 10. Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way.
Correction is hard for people to do if they forsake the Lord's words. If they forsake the Lord's laws, statutes, and commandments, like correction for them is very hard. You know what I'm saying? Like it's difficult for them to not eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's difficult for them to not be a thief,
Right.
or whoremonger, homosexual. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult for them. You know what I'm saying? Because they hate the Lord so much so they turn their back on the Lord's Bible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. And this was gonna happen to them.
And he that hateth reproof shall die.
So if you can't stand that correction or that checking, you're gonna die.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you can't stand nobody, a righteous person telling you, hey man, don't cross that street right now. The car's coming. Man, you know, I'm gonna cross the street where I want to cross the street at. No sweat.
Right.
We done told you.
Right.
You get hit by a bus.
Hey.
You die. Plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got on that. That's all I'm.
And what he's saying is so heavy because that's a part of counsel. Sometimes your counsel deals with correction. Sometimes you might have to get corrected.
Right.
And if you hate that correction, if you hate the reproof that the man of the Lord is giving you, because essentially that's the Lord's counsel. That's essentially the Most High rendering counsel through the man. And that's you turning your back on the Lord when you forsake the counsel. And you're gonna, and death, make no mistake, death in the scriptures is not all the time used as actual dying.
Right.
But you losing, everything you own. That's a death in a sense. That's like dying, because you have nothing. You know what I'm saying? For some people, losing a wife, you should wanna, I won't say should, but you should care more for the love of the Lord than the love of a woman. So if you have to lose your wife over over counsel that you receive from a man of God, she need to go. You know what I'm saying? But now if you lose her because you don't follow the counsel, then that'll be death to you, because you went against what the man of the Lord told you. Always go directly in the way that the man of the Lord directs you to. That's him using his skill as a watchman for your life and for the people that he has to take care of. You know what I'm saying? And every time, you know, some things may work out the way that they should, if you did everything you were supposed to do the way that he said it. If it don't work out, it's because you did something wrong. Or like I said earlier, you didn't give the man the whole matter for him to judge in on the entire scheme of things. You told him the piece you wanted him to know, so that way when he labeled out the counsel, he wouldn't have to get on your road because you did something that you shouldn't have done, or you said something you shouldn't have said. Counsel works in the matter of that when you sit down and you begin to speak, that one, you're speaking truthfully, you're speaking honestly. So that way, when the man of the Lord begins to render out the judgment on how he views the situation, he can measure it the entire way and not measure it half-mass because you said what your wife did, but you didn't tell him that you called your wife a dog head knee and slapped her upside the head. So now, when it come down to the count, he said, man, you might well just, you know, tell her she can get her stuff together and leave. I ain't telling you based off what you told him, but you ain't gonna tell him exactly what you did to the sister. So he can't give you full counsel. And you're gonna receive death for that. Because you wanted to not get the reproof that you were due. You didn't want to get the correction that you deserved for what you had done. That's the way counsel works, man. It's an open interaction between you and a man of the Lord, and you being honest because you're speaking to a prophet. You're speaking to a full-on priest. And you will be punished for that. You saying, what I asked for, Ecclesiastes 37? Ecclesiastes 37.
Con, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus out of the Apocrypha, chapter 37, verse 8. Beware of a counselor, and know before what need he has, for he will counsel for himself, lest he cast the lot upon thee.
It says, beware of a counselor, and know before what need he has. So you might go to somebody, like he said, you go to a poor man, somebody who's financially unstable, and talk to them about, you know, trying to make some money. And now the way he's going to give the counsel is, oh yeah, okay, yeah. Because now, when he goes ahead to give counsel, he's trying to fit himself in there somewhere. He's trying to get himself paid up in there somewhere. Or you know, like I say, like we say with the sisters. Sister go ahead and start talking to another brother. She go to a Christian pastor. My husband, he treat me wrong, blah, blah, blah. And the pastor, he trying to get the skirt now. Because, you know, all he want is some tail.
Right.
That's all he want. You got to watch out for what need your counselor got. That's what I'm saying about this counsel that's not of the Lord. You get some counsel that's not of the Lord. Them brothers got demons on them, man. They got stuff that they just be wanting. They want some tail, they want some money. And sometimes you might get counsel from somebody who really hates you, who got something against you. And they might give you counsel to get revenge on you, give you some bad advice, to see you go in turmoil, to see your life get just run ragged now. That's what they'll do. You got to watch out. That's just how people are. But that's not the counsel that you're going to receive from the Lord in Isupk. You know what?
Verse 9. And say unto thee, thy way is good.
Mm-hmm.
And afterward he stand on the other side to see what shall befall thee. Verse 10.
What he's saying is the man gonna tell you that the way is good. Do this. Like I said, people that want to take revenge on you, but they really just want to see you fall. He'll lead you one way. Hey man, let's go get it. Do it. Stand on the side and watch you fall. Because that was in the mind of that man when you began to speak to him. Because he had something opposite against you. He had something that he was trying to get done. He had some other type of motivation. Here, or what counsel again is for, is to make you better at the end of it. Whenever you begin to open your lips and you display a problem to a brother, and you want to counsel on that matter, you go there with the hopes that things are going to be better at the end of the counsel, not get worse. If you take counsel, if you've ever taken counsel from somebody and things began to get worse, see the one or two things, and it has to be with you following the counsel. If things began to get worse, the counsel that you got was bad, or you didn't follow the counsel that was given, or you didn't display the entire matter in order for the matter to be weighed in entirely. Then there's also the way of that you might have gotten counsel intermittently when the Lord is testing you. So things increasingly begin to get worse because the Lord is trying you and wanting you to be better. But as long as you continue to get counsel throughout the extent of the matter, then that's how you begin to receive the wisdom to make it through to the end. So you have to utilize counsel, in the way of that, as you take steps. You complete this one step, you go ahead and you call and you get some more counsel to get the next step. You call, you get the next step, you get the next step. And that counselor will be with you. It's them that like therapy almost. You know what I'm saying? Like for those people who have therapists or life coaches and things in your life. These people give you, goals. And once you reach one milestone within the goal, you go and you say, hey, look, I did this. Now this is what's going on right now. This is how things are working out. And they'll say, okay, that's good. Well, do this. And, I'll let me next week. I'll let me when it's done. Like I received counsel. The expectation for me was, okay, well, go ahead and give me a call as you did it. And now let's see what's next. Let's see how and things increasingly, as things seem to move forward, then the council got to, okay, well, do this and do that. And then I remember he said, hey, man, well, you didn't call me and let me know how that went. I was sitting there worried. I didn't know. I said, damn, I should have called you. Stuff got bad. Stuff got bad. I was supposed to call to get my next step. Make sure you call and get your next step. Because these men, when they get counsel, they're not going to tell you this is good and put the hands behind their back. That just ain't going on. They tell you, that the way is good and do this. And they're waiting on you to say that you succeeded or it did not work. And if it did not work, then Salaki, brother, well, we need to do this thing. Let's try this. Let's do this. That's how it works. You got some more on that?
Which one? Verse 10.
Yeah, give me that.
Verse 10. Consult not with one that suspected thee, and hide thy counsel from such as envy thee.
And say, consult not with the one that suspected thee, man. Don't consult with somebody who always thinks that you're up to no good or you got something against them. Because that person is never going to heed you, and you all are never going to have a fruitful conversation. It's never going to go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? This, they'll always think that you have something against them, or that you might not have their best interests at heart, and vice versa. So as you go on to somebody and they think bad about you, or you think bad about them, it's never going to end well with that type of counsel. It also says, hide thy counsel from such that envy thee. So if somebody's envious of you, you know what I'm saying, That's not a person that you should find yourself attempting to give counsel to, because that person is only doing things to try to best you. They're asking you for things and asking things of you to try to be better than you. You know what I'm saying? It's not because, you know, they actually want the help. They want you to help them be better than you. They want to know things about you so that they can have the thing or try to one-up you. You got to watch out for envious people.
Or try to expose you.
Or try to expose you. That too. Somebody who's envious of you will try to expose you and show that you a fraud. They gonna show that you ain't all what you say you is. You ain't that man you be putting on to be. So, like counsel, and that's so heavy what you said, man, because it brings me to that point that I said earlier, that you got to watch the people that you go and you observe for counsel. That's like, you got to think about your life, that you're giving this person permission to guide your life. It's just like, you know, everybody, you know, you got a car. You got a car, and you don't give your car keys to everybody. That's your life, and that's a counselor to you. That when you go, you're essentially saying, take the keys to my car, and you know, when he hit the brake to turn, you turn. He hit the gas pedal to go, you go. When he hit the brake pedal to stop, you stop. That's you to a counselor. If you really are in need of counsel, and when you're utilizing counsel, that's the fashion in which counsel should be utilized. That you letting this person have the control because you are incapable of seeing yourself through this situation. Or what you're doing. Let me see. Give me the book of. Give me the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, and let's see what Ecclesiastes chapter 6. The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 6 and verse. Chapter 6 and verse 14.
God, this is the book of Ecclesiastes out of the Apocrypha, chapter 6, verse 14. A faithful friend is a strong defense.
Man, a faithful friend is a strong defense, man. And I know we keep bringing back and forth these terms between counsel and the friend. Your counselor should be your friend. Someone who provides you counsel, you should entreat them as a friend. And because that's a person who's going to be with you when times are troubled and when times are good. You should receive counsel in both stages of your life. Like, you know, like, and still want to shout out Officer Tazai again, because it's the same thing like when entreating the Most High. You don't want to only entreat the Most High when things are bad, and then when things are good, you don't send up prayers of adoration or thanksgiving. That's an important time to send up prayers of adoration and thanksgiving, because you know you'll keep the Lord, you'll keep yourself at good alms with the Lord. And it's just the same thing with using counsel, that when you're receiving counsel in good times, you're receiving counsel to assist you in keeping things maintained. You know what I'm saying? Because when things get good, you might want to look out for things to turn bad. And to be on that lookout for things to turn bad, you're telling this person that you're receiving counsel from the things that that happen to you, the things that go on throughout that day. Or well, this happened, and he'll tell you, hey, look, man, you might want to be weary of this. Watch out for this. And if this happens, then do this. But keep this on the forefront. Keep doing this. Because if this is working for you, do the things that's successful. And that thing that you feel that's slipping, tighten up on it so the whole ship doesn't fall. So just in case, if things do slip bad, things don't slip all the way bad. But you can only do that and be cognitive of these things going on through counsel. That's why, you want to meditate in the law day and night. And then you also want to seek you a counselor that does just the same. So when he displays the counsel, y'all in the same realm of thinking. Even if he's a little bit more advanced thinking than you, or, he's giving you the knowledge that you did not have, you understand that it's knowledge of the Lord. But you have to be yourself into the knowledge of the Lord. Like, y'all think it's people that we talk to day in and day out. People that aren't in the school. And we provide them with counsel on certain matters that they deal with day in and day out. And now we're giving them knowledge of the scriptures, but they're not into the scriptures. So as we speaking, trying to tell them how to fix their life, they don't see it being applied because they're not in the same frame of thinking that we are. They would be out of the spirit at this point because they don't know what the hell you're talking about. You tell a sister, hey, look, man, don't worry, don't trip about your man having another wife. Just make your home happy for him to be in. She's going to look at you like, what the hell are you talking about? My man sleeping with another woman, I should not care about that? No, sis. Worry about everything in their space in your home for your man to want to be in when he gets there. And you'll see how much more attention he gives to you than the other sister. But don't give a damn about her. Only care about your husband. That's it. And they'll look at you like, well, damn. That don't make sense to me. Don't make sense because you don't read the scriptures. You got two different spirits talking to one another. And she'll even get mad with you. I mean, I've had it done personally that just to get mad at you for saying stuff like that because she wants to know, well, how come she can't chastise her husband for sleeping with another woman? But you also got to watch, the type of spirits that you entreat, people that you talk to. You got something? See, you holding something. Young John, what you got over there? What you holding? You gonna bring it up? We got some more on that scripture in the Ecclesiastes.
Come. And he that hath found such an one hath found a treasure.
He that hath found defense in one hath found such a treasure. It's such a blessing to know that you have somebody on your side that's able to assist you in the matters of your life. It's a blessing to have. There's a lot of people that walk through life that have nobody. You got a bunch. You like these rappers. They don't have anybody who's literally telling them what's good and bad for their life. How do you know? Because their music is only about smoking drugs and sleeping with other people's women. You can't. It's apparent you don't have anybody in your life to make your life better. It's out for the betterment of your life because they agree everything that you want to do, not because it's agreeable, but because you have money. Paraphrasing, a nigga with money, he got many friends. The poor man don't have anybody. He doesn't have one friend to call on. But it's for good reason because a rich man can pay for people's allegiance. A poor man, the only thing he can get is the brunt of it. He can afford the truth. He can afford your disloyal nature. Shit, hell, people can buy loyalty with money nowadays. But you can't buy righteous counsel, though. That's what you can't buy. Got some more on this? Got some more on that? Yeah, go to 15.
Verse 15. Nothing doeth countervail a faithful friend.
Nothing does countervail. Nothing overcomes or nothing is better than a faithful friend. Your counselor will be a faithful. There's nothing can overtake that faithful friend, man. Trust in your camp leader, trust in your captains, trust in the men above you to provide you with the best counsel for your life, because there's nothing that can countervail them. That whatever it is they tell you, it's always going to be for you to prevail, for you to come out on top. That's the point of the counsel, man. You know?
Con. And His Excellency is invaluable. 16. A faithful friend is the medicine of life.
A faithful friend is the medicine of life, man. Like I said earlier, a lot of times we have all this turmoil and all this, schisms in the community because we lack counsel. We lack actual counselors that enact with the intent of solving the issues within the black community, man. That have the intent of making things better for you in your life. We lack that. We lack that in our community, man. But a faithful friend is like medicine, man. And it's free medicine. We give it for free. Counseling here is free. It's free. You don't have to pay anything for it except your tithes. And that's a commandment. Meaning that the counsel that you receive is going to be given. All you have to do is ask for it. Simple. You got problems, you know what I'm saying? If you have issues that are arising, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, we about 18 days out from the Passover, man. Make sure you call your camp leader, man. Call. Receive that medicine, man. Get it figured out. Get it worked out, man. Get your sleeping arrangements put together. Get your transportation put together, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going down April 24th, 1414-9 Player Street, aka Yacht Street. You know what I'm saying? It's been approved by General Mahima, man. With that, pass the class over to Precinct Officer Ron for these security announcements, man. Just remember, get the counsel. If you need counsel, get counsel. That means if you live life and you don't know what to do at any given moment, there's a man above you. Display to him the entire details of the situation for him to help you figure out how to live your life. And with that, pass that class over, man.
We are the Isupk, started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry, tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, Mayal Sharah, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give it to the Treasury Department or teacher. Free offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation is the Passover, which is the 14th day of the first month, which is Saturday, April 24th, 2021, out of the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 1 through 51, Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 4 through 5, 1 Corinthians, chapter 5 through 7 through 8, and 2 Chronicles, chapter 30, verse 17. Also, we have the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which is the 15th day of the first month for 7 days, which is Sunday, April 25th, until Sunday, May 2nd, 2021, sundown. Out of the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 17 through 20, and Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 6 through 8. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And those are security announcements. Also, we got one more announcement. Brothers and sisters, Google search the school and request the directions prior to departure to school. Once arrived, click the website button. Also, call the Google number. If you have pictures, you can upload them now. And that concludes all announcements.
And with that, we're going to give Kurt salute to the brothers and sisters in the Israel Majum. Baba Shabbat. Majum. Barak. Sar. Turn to face the sister. Courtesy salute. Ben Rizra, Imam Shabbat. Imajim. Barak. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Yazma top. Dismissed. Please hold on talking. I don't know how to do it, Ron. Keep that moving.
Please hold out talking to the commercial.
Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Brotherhood. Yahweh Shemal Ladon Bashim Yahweh Shah to the sisters. President Captain Yatazak, Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, telling you to come out to the 52nd annual Passover under Commanding General Yohana. Yeah, man, it's going to be at the ranch, man, the BH Ranch. And it's going to be a glorious event. April 24th, come to Houston, Texas, where we're going to serve the Lord the way He's supposed to be served. You understand? We're going to celebrate the destruction of our enemy in the BH Ranch, and it's going to be a glorious event. Make sure you come out, man. It's going to be a $200 fee to get in, but let me tell you something. You're going to enjoy yourself. This is going to be the best event you've ever been to in your life. So I'm going to tell you, man, 1414 9 Player Street, come out, man, and enjoy the brotherhood and sisterhood under Christ. With that, shalom.
Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Brakatah. Shalom, Yahweh Shemar Latah Shem Yahweh Shah. What's going on, Israel? It's Priest Officer 5,000 times a day out here in Houston, Texas. On April 22nd, you understand, it's the annual slaughter of the lambs. You understand, it's going to be a righteous event. You understand, we're going to do something that's righteous and holy unto the Lord, something that's biblical. Out here at Hamazah Farm, you understand, 9022 Puritan Way, Rocheron, Texas. You understand, brothers, sisters, you understand, bring your family out. You understand, it's going to be a righteous event. It's something we're going to do for the Lord. Shalom, Israel.